Shalom, shalom, Brakati Yahweh, Shemi Awashai, Shemaka Akwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, shalom to you, acumen, faith, and work, and true sincerity. I brought this out as lessons edifying and straight to the point. What led me to doing this lesson is a case that I saw yesterday. I wanted to do this lesson yesterday, but fell asleep. We back on it through the spring power, Yahweh, Shemi Awashai, man. Hey, this is how things get started off, man, with one patient. The spirit, the brothers was talking about, something to this effect. But when shit hits the fan, it's how it starts, man. It starts with patient 0, patient X. All it takes is one person, who suddenly got this, that, and the third. Next thing you know, his family had it and quarantined this, that, and the third. Now bodies dropping. So in the state of Oregon, there's been a first contact, of recent of the bubonic plague. And we know that this was known as the Black Plague. And this killed a lot of Jakes in Europe, as we were leaving power, man. But hey, this could potentially knock down a lot of people. That's a spirit. I'm at the ATM, and this shit reads gospel. Because this is good news, man. This whole entire book is the good news, man. But hey, bad news for the world is good news for the elect, man. Because we push it closer. Because these are some of the things that Yahweh Shai told us to watch for. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7, and it reads that, for nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. And that's exactly what we see today. We see nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. We see rumors of war, and we see proxy wars. We're seeing what's the word for that? We're seeing I can't think of it, but we're not seeing Iran in the war, but we're seeing their little military forces like the Houthi rebels. We're seeing the Yemeni rebels, so things of that sort. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. That's right, man. These are the kind of things that we're looking at, man. We're seeing famines in Congo and Sudan, them people going through it. Even in Haiti, man, them folks going through it, man. So them folks been going through it. So, it says pestilences. And this ain't nothing new, man, Moses struck out his hand against the land of Egypt, right? And what happened? Plagues followed thereafter. So I want to get one of those plagues because I want to see the effects. Give me 1 second. Effects of bubonic plague. Bear with me. Goddamn curses, man. Bear with me, Sure. It reads, swollen lymph nodes, which can be large chicken eggs, oh my gosh, in the groin, armpit, or neck. They may be tender and warm, oh my gosh. Headaches, chills, fatigue, muscle aches. Man, pain areas, abdomen or muscles. You could cough with blood. Fever, chills, fatigue, malaise. These are things that you could all suffer at once, man. Bleeding, delirium, headache, phlegm, shortness of breath, and swollen lymph nodes, man. Yikes. So this ain't no goddamn joke, man. If this shit hit the streets, motherfuckers is done. Because this shit ran through Europe, man. Like clean one. That's why they call it the Black Death, man. It was like a damn Grim Reaper. I believe it started with an animal, man. It was transmitted through an animal. And when a disease can go through an animal and a human, I mean, it's highly effective. They have let me find that real quick. Let me find the term. Bear with me. What is it called when a disease can pass through an animal? Go from animal to human. Bear with me, Babu Kusha. It's called a zoonotic disease, that's right. Caused by germs that spread between animals and people, man. Severity of zoonotic diseases. You know, these things we kind of got to get into, man. Some can be severe and life-threatening, such as rabies and other milder get better on their own. You know, of course, eat them. They're going to run straight to their doctor and their primary care physician, you know, hoping to be okay. And they're going to tell them that they're going to be okay in the name of medicine and science and modern-day witchcraft. But we know, man, the Lord intends to, you know, smite this place as he did Egypt. Motherfuckers going to go, man. You know, so we in the beginnings of sorrows, like verse 8 says, man. All these are the beginnings of sorrow. So we not even in this bitch yet, man. You know, motherfuckers ain't even scratched the surface yet, you know. But we getting there, you know. Lord willing, this thing pops off this year, man. Lord willing, every nation could get their hands in some war. Lord willing, you know, most of these lands get struck with earthquakes. Lord willing, a lot of these lands and regions get hit with pestilences, man. Thus saith the scripture. We want these prophecies to come to pass, you know. Exodus chapter 9, starting at verse 7, and sent, and behold, there were not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead, and the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, unto Aaron, take to you handfuls of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it towards the heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in the land of Egypt. It shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts and throughout all the land of Egypt. Don't that sound like swollen lymph nodes? You know, skin boils, you know, under the armpits in the neck area. Bear with me as I get a swollen lymph node. Nobody trying to be disgusted, but you know, we gotta be aware of the shit we about to be seeing out here, man. It's about to get on 10. Swollen lymph nodes look like something like this, you know. So skin boils, you know. They had the monkeypox a few months out. It's about to go fucking down, man. Hey, man, all it takes is patient zero, you know. Bear with me, Baba Kushah. What do I want next? I want to keep continuing. Verse 9, and it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt. It shall be a boil breaking forth of the blains upon men and women and upon beasts. But when it says man, it's also including women throughout the land of Egypt, you know. And modern day Egypt is where? It's America, because this is the house of bondage. When you go to the word Egypt in the Greek, it means Egyptos. Who are in bondage? All 12 tribes are here in America, man. Babylon the Great. You know, of course, the so-called Native Americans, Gad and Reuben, their biblical name, you know, they were the first fruits here. You know, Issachar, you know, was getting down in here too. But, you know, Judah also came along. But now today, man, we got everybody in this bitch, man. You know, and slavery has been rebranded, you know, in the name of, you know, $15 an hour, you know, paper yokes, you know. But, you know, the Lord has slowly lifted off these curses off of us, and our enemies are getting put, you know, these curses are getting put on our enemies, man. Because you have certain Israelites who are doing better than heathens in this kingdom, man. I'm going to show you, you know. Jake is, you know, doing well out here. Verse 10, and they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it upon towards the heaven, and it became boil breaking forth with blains upon men and upon beasts. Come on, man. So, you know, I believe all 10 plagues, you know, through the Spirit, you know, because the Lord said he's going to smite, you know, this place as he did Egypt, man. You know, this place is going to see a lot of shit. And really, a nuclear missile outweighs all those 10 plagues, man. You know, everything gonna happen when a nuclear missiles drop, when radiation start hitting people's body and shit. Ain't no telling what's not gonna happen. So let me get, is that what I want? I want 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. In the NLT it reads, you know, in the KJV it says, for we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, you know. But this right here says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. That's right, man. So we understand that some of these things are man-made and whatnot, you know, laboratory tested, and you know, they want some of these things to go forth, but ain't nothing gonna go forth without the Lord's green light, you know. So, you know, Esau, Edom, he might have his trickery and his way with things, you know, because he's wicked and the earth is in his hand. The Lord still, you know, allows us, you know. So ultimately, it's of the Lord, you know. How shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the Lord has not done it? That's why the Lord has to come back too, you know, because Esau, he be trying to take too much credit, and people credit him too much, man. You know, motherfuckers are ignorant and stupid, man. Ultimately, you know, the Lord, you know, deserves his credit, man. It says, I kill, I make it alive. You know, so that's why the Lord has to come and destroy this place as he is, because people don't forget who Al-Shaja is, who the Son of Man is, these austere men, and the power that they could show forth. And these people are not humble. These people don't consider. That's why they're going to die death by pain. Speaking about death by pain, it's cold as hell. The nigga women out here walking with shorts on. Ridiculous. 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Our people are stupid. Long story short. They're ignorant of Satan's devices, man. They're going to walk into them traps. They're going to fall. I will not suffer them not now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Hey, man. So, you see these families that's going to come by? That happened. These locusts is taking over farms. Let's get into it, man. Let me bring up this quick list real quick. Briefly get into it, because this is a GMS in transit, if I didn't say so. Turning water into blood. Plague of frogs. Plague of freaking lice, flies. Death of cattle. Death of the firstborn. Locusts. Hell and fire. Brimstone, ICBM nuclear missiles. Darkness. EMP. Yemen control the power to all that shit, man. Yemen to knock this place back fucking 20, 30 years, man. With the slice of a wire. Because fiber optic cables run through their land. And that's how the Lord is powering people these days, man. Let the weak say I'm strong. Yeah, that may look like a small nation, but look how much power it has now, man. Yeah, y'all thought shit was sweet. Treaties were signed. Peace deals were made. These people were subject to y'all, and they were being submissive and lowly. But now they ain't having none of that, because the Lord has put a spirit in these damn heathens, Ishmael especially. They ass through anyways. They think they're going to get 72 virgins when they go to heaven or whatnot. But they're in a kamikaze spirit, man. Them people not afraid of death. Them people willing to die for their nation and their people and for freedom, So, Esau, he's not coming in the same spirit, because he's being weakened to the battle. He's not as strong and arrogant as he used to be, man, because he's afraid of his enemies and what could happen. But as you see, man, Babylon the Great, it's being emptied out. They trying to send money to Taiwan, which is an ally of them, because China trying to take over. So they trying to, pretty much facilitate those wars and make sure everything goes straight with that. They trying to send more money to Ukraine and some more money to them JEWISSHs, So Babylon the Great is simply a military force, It's simply a stampede. The rulers of this place don't care about the civilians and the inhabitants. That's why the walls are open. That's why these gates and these people with mass flood is coming through. Because this is order of chaos. They're gonna have, destruction within. This is orchestrated Jacob's trouble. There's no way Jacob's trouble is avoidable. With all these people coming in and no one getting money. Continuing on, my last scripture. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment of the Most High that shall bring on it. Alright, man. So, Lord, when this is edifying straight to the point, I just want to keep you brothers in the know that, there's been a case of the bubonic plague on the west side of Babylon, which is Oregon, and there's no telling if this thing will break forth more. Keep watch. Lord, when this is edifying straight to the point. Shalom.